Be a man. 3 words every man dreads to hear. In today's society, masculinity is decided by your muscularity. In this video, I'll be discussing the topic of muscle dysmorphia and why this concept of masculinity being associated with muscles is problematic for men's health. Most men who have muscle dysmorphia often feel that they are inadequate in respect to their muscle size. Symptoms of muscle dysmorphia include OCD that revolves around working out, feeling that they are being socially evaluated based solely on their muscular appearance, and also the symptoms include eating disorders, which can result in the use of steroids that I will discuss a little bit further on within the video. Much of these behaviors can be described as a cry for help. The human mind is a master of helping us eliminate as much pain as possible. One disorder that occurs with muscle dysmorphia is general anxiety disorder. General anxiety disorder is characterized as an anxiety disorder around a certain person, place, or stimulus. So instead of dealing with the anxiety brought on by these people, places, or stimuli, people often use something known as catharsis, meaning that they will take out their frustrations or inadequacies on something else, usually by, in this case, lifting weights. So, in essence, when people start lifting weights and they ignore the original problem, they allow the general anxiety disorder to blossom, and the muscle dysmorphia itself gets far more extreme and out of control. Because the general anxiety disorder and muscle dysmorphia goes unchecked for years, this can often lead to social isolation, something that I can definitely attest happens in muscle dysmorphia. I'm going to show you 2 images now. One is of a woman, one is of a man, and I want you to tell me whether or not these people have muscle dysmorphia. The answer is yes, they both have muscle dysmorphia. Though most common in men, women can also develop this disorder as well. Many will go to great lengths to achieve this superficial look of dominance. And in these 2 examples I've demonstrated, have used steroids in order to achieve that look. Eating disorders are problematic and often harmful to the patient's health. A well-known eating disorder is known as anorexia nervosa, where the woman feels inadequate about her body and starves herself, but also exercises and diets profusely in order to try and shed the pounds. Women who have anorexia nervosa, and it is usually women, about 90 to 95%, will look at themselves in the mirror and they will see someone much fatter than what they really are. So the woman will be upset with herself and contemplate what she's going to do. And what she will eventually do is she'll resort to, as I said, extreme dieting or not eating at all, as demonstrated in the picture of vegetables on a scale. Men are also susceptible to media manipulation. I've demonstrated this with 2 pictures, one of a typical bodybuilder magazine from the 1970s/80s era when bodybuilding was just finally started to begin, and a current one with the current bodybuilding champion Phil Heath. You can see huge differences in both the emphasis of large muscle size and compared to the new one, and also vasculature, or the amount of veins Phil Heath has. There is a reason why muscle dysmorphia is also referred as bigorexia in bodybuilding gyms across the country, because it's kind of like anorexia nervosa. It shares a few characteristics, but is still kind of significantly different. Whereas guys will look in the mirror and they will feel inadequate about their muscular size. They will look in the mirror and see a skinny person, when in actuality, they are actually quite muscular. As demonstrated with the picture of the Tupperware of all the foods that have been prepared for either the day or the week, bodybuilders and common gym goers who have muscle dysmorphia literally feel that if they do not get, and I mean the exact, down to the percentage in grams of carbs, fats, and protein, they personally feel that all their hard work will go to waste, they'll become incredibly skinny, not muscular, and therefore they will lose their social value. So what is the solution? I personally feel those with muscle dysmorphia, and I guess everybody in general needs to know that success is not judged by whether or not you have a six-pack. But then that begs again the fundamental question of, what is a man? Is a man measured by the weight that he can bench press? Or is he measured by the weight of other people's burdens that he carries on his shoulders? Should a man be emotionally strong? I think so. To me, a man is reliable. A man is someone who, when he gives his word, he means it. A man who is a caring father, a loving husband. A man who strives for never-ending character growth and achieves his dreams. A man whose passion for making others' lives better is what gets him out of bed in the morning. Whether he be a student here at CU, a firefighter, or just a father who gives his heart and is a steady rock for others to hold on to when the waters of life get too strong and treacherous. Take it from me, man. If you recognize that you've developed this muscle dysmorphic disorder, you gotta seek help, man. You gotta find what rocks you have in your life and hold on. Or be that rock that others hold on to. Take it from someone who's fought his own demons. When you stop looking outwards and you start looking inwards, you'd be amazed at the things you could achieve. For me, I always considered myself a geek. That's kind of why I was attracted to weightlifting and being an amateur bodybuilder. But trust me, when you start developing your personality, start truly enjoying and loving life, the geek can get the girl, boys. My name is Matthew Gilchrist. It's been a pleasure talking to you guys. Hope to hear from you guys soon.